In every culture across the globe, expressions of love are deeply ingrained in everyday life. However, how love is shown, understood, and experienced can differ drastically depending on cultural context. This is particularly true in African cultures, where love is not only an emotional experience, but also an intricate blend of traditions, rituals, and social dynamics that vary from one ethnic group to another. In this video, we will explore the different ways love is expressed in African cultures, focusing on various love languages that are unique to the continent. What are love languages? The concept of love languages was popularized by Dr. Gary Chapman in his book, The 5 Love Languages, where he identified 5 main ways people express and experience love: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. While these categories are universal to some degree, different cultures interpret and prioritize them in unique ways. In Africa, the expression of love often extends beyond just romantic relationships and can be seen in familial bonds, friendships, and community interactions. The African cultural context. Africa is a vast continent with over 3,000 ethnic groups and hundreds of languages, each with its own traditions, beliefs, and values. This rich diversity means that love is expressed in many different ways depending on the region, ethnic group, and even family traditions. What unites these cultures, however, is the importance of community and collective well-being. Love in Africa is often seen as a communal affair, where individuals are not only responsible for their own happiness, but also for the emotional well-being of their families, neighbors, and broader communities. 1. Words of affirmation, verbal expressions of love. In many African cultures, verbal expressions of love are highly significant, but they often go beyond simply saying, "I love you." In languages such as Swahili, Yoruba, Zulu, and Amharic, phrases of endearment and compliment are an essential part of daily interactions. These words not only show affection, but also serve to reinforce respect, honor, and admiration. For example, in the Yoruba culture, there are specific terms of endearment used between partners, such as Ololufe, meaning my love, or Omo mi, meaning my child or my beloved. Similarly, in many African communities, elders often show their love for younger generations through blessings and words of wisdom. Elders may say, "May you live long," or "May your path be filled with prosperity." Expressions that carry deep emotional weight and reflect the community's collective investment in the well-being of its members. 2. Acts of service, demonstrating love through actions. In many African cultures, actions speak louder than words. Love is often demonstrated through acts of service, doing something for someone to show care, support, or affection. In traditional African societies, acts of service might involve helping a loved one with household chores, providing food, or contributing to the welfare of the family. For example, in rural communities, a partner may express love by working together on the farm, preparing meals for the family, or assisting with the care of children and elders. This communal approach to labor is not only a way of showing love, but also an indication of the individual's commitment to the collective well-being of the community. 3. Receiving gifts, symbolic expressions of affection. While material gifts are not always the primary way of expressing love in African cultures, the giving of gifts still carries deep symbolic significance. Gifts in African cultures are often seen as tokens of affection, respect, and commitment. A gift is not just a physical item, but a representation of one's feelings and intentions. In many African communities, Gifts are often shared during key life events such as births, marriages, and funerals. For example, in Nigerian cultures, the exchange of gifts during traditional weddings, such as cowries, gold jewelry, or traditional cloth, signifies respect and the binding of two families in love and unity. The idea behind gift giving is not about the monetary value of the items, but the emotional value attached to the gesture. 4. Quality time. Bonding through shared experiences. Spending quality time together is another significant love language in African cultures. In many African communities, time is viewed as a precious resource, and sharing it with loved ones is seen as a sign of care and affection. Whether it's sitting together under a tree, sharing a meal, or attending a community event, the act of being present with someone is valued deeply. Family members often bond through shared activities, whether it's storytelling, cooking, or participating in cultural rituals. Elders may spend hours telling stories to younger generations, passing on knowledge and creating emotional connections through their narratives. This kind of bonding through shared time together creates strong emotional ties and helps foster a sense of belonging and community. 5. Physical touch. The power of physical connection. In many African cultures, physical touch is an important way of expressing love and affection. Hugs, kisses, holding hands, and other forms of physical contact are seen as natural and deeply meaningful expressions of emotional connection. This is evident in familial and romantic relationships, where physical touch is a way of reassuring one another of love and commitment. For instance, in African marriages, public displays of affection, such as holding hands or hugging, are not only socially acceptable, but are also seen as a demonstration of love and emotional closeness. In some communities, it is common to see extended family members greet one another with physical touch, such as a hug or a kiss on the cheek, which reinforces emotional bonds. In addition, during rituals and ceremonies, physical touch may play an important role in blessing or initiating individuals into new phases of life. In some African cultures, elders will touch the heads of younger individuals as a form of blessing, signifying protection and affection. In African cultures, love is not confined to a singular expression or language. It is a multi-dimensional experience that encompasses words, actions, time, gifts, and physical presence. Love is deeply communal, and the well-being of others is often prioritized alongside personal desires. In the diversity of African cultures, love transcends individualistic notions and is celebrated as a collective and deeply rooted part of life. By understanding the various love languages in African cultures, we gain a deeper appreciation for the values and traditions that shape how love is experienced on the continent. Whether it's the importance of shared time, the power of words, the significance of physical touch, or the selfless acts of service, love in Africa is truly a vibrant and integral part of social life. This communal and holistic approach to love serves as a reminder of the importance of connection, care, and mutual respect in all of our relationships. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on cultural traditions from around the world.